Hello from Belgrade. My name is Igor Koruga. I'm 40-year-old person with X-linked agammaglobulinemia, and I'm under a regular intravenous immunoglobulin replacement therapy, receiving 50 grams of immunoglobulins per month. Even so, since August 2022, I have been dealing with quite persistent and rare bacterial infection called Helicobacter synedi. And in my case, this bacterium settled in my small intestine, entering occasionally into the bloodstream, but never causing sepsis. Clinically, it manifests through the combination of cellulitis and erythema nodosum in the lower part of my legs or on the ankles. And at the same time, it is accompanied with swelling, headaches, tiredness, lower grade temperature, and increased inflammatory markers. Unfortunately, Serbian microbiological laboratories don't have standard procedures for isolating such bacterium. So only once in these 3 years, it took a goodwill of one doctor in laboratory to keep with prolonged cultivation for 4 weeks in order to be able to isolate Helicobacter from my blood culture. But unfortunately, the amount of colonies obtained was so small that antibiogram could not be done. Since then, I have been gone under long and heavy treatments of antibiotics, which included combinations of cephalosporins, tetracyclines, penicillins, macrolides, aminoglycosides, carbapenems, etc. And even though some of these combinations would withdraw the symptoms, the infection was never eradicated, so the relapses would occur. The very last relapse, so far I had them three. The very last one occurred in June this year, June 2005. And I can say that even some of these treatments or combinations caused some damages, like a permanent vestibular damage, which left me with vertigo and unbalanced physical coordination. But the scheme that combines metronidazole, clarithromycin, and minocycline seems to be efficient until certain point, even though, like I said, the relapses keep occurring. Of course, this journey affected a lot my personal and most of all professional life because I work as a choreographer and performer across Europe. And also, it marked a lot my mental health. But besides the personal struggles, there are also systemic struggles to deal with in Serbia through limited laboratory methods, diagnostic standards, and uh, access to antibiotics. Yet something that kept me going was a very strong collaboration and built trust that I had with my doctors, an immunologist and infectologist, with whom I was reading a lot of scarce medical literature. It led us also to improvise a lot, to dig together, ask variety of questions, and seek for other experiences in other countries with doctors from other environments in Europe, UK, and so on. This is why I would like that this story underlines a need for a strong international collaboration, better diagnostic infrastructure, for clearer treatment guidelines, and even prevention guidelines that do not need to be in regard only to rare infections and diseases, but also to the known ones, more controlled ones, like secondary immunodeficiencies, autoimmune diseases, etc. It is my hope that with such story sharing, I can bring more awareness on the improvements that will allow patients like me to not only survive, but to also live with dignity and stability. Thank you.